We request lighting of the lamp by Swamiji.
Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya Om Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mrityurma Amritam Gamaya. Shanti Shanti Shanti.
So firstly, I welcome all of you to this function which we have organized on the visit of the family of our dear friend Dr. Sid Gautam, or Sid as we all called him, fondly called him. He was a man with deep interest in the teachings of ancient Indian scriptures. And what influenced me the most was that he said, why do we make these teachings so complicated that everybody tries to run away? And I think in Swamiji he found somebody who could simplify these teachings so that all of us common people could start understanding and practicing some of them. And when he saw that this could be simplified, then he said, why not get into communicating them to a wider audience, so even other people who are not directly connected could get influence or could at least learn from these teachings of the scriptures. So he made Swamiji not only simplify them, he says, Swamiji digitized. But his focus was to create some sort of a common communication tool like a website where Swamiji's knowledge could be translated into simpler formats for people to access. So we are gathered here, I think, mainly to celebrate what Sid Gautam meant for us and what he gave us in life. I would request Swamiji to make a brief presentation of the whole project that this OPA has done so far.
Om Tat Sanyora Vranimahe Gatum Yajnaya Gatum Yajnapataye Daivi Swastirastunaha Swastirmanushebhyah Urdhvam Jigatu Bheshajam Shanno Astu Dvipade Shanchatushpade. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. It's definitely going to be a very brief presentation. The main aspect of this get together is coming together. We are indeed glad that Dr. Siddharth Gautam's daughter Pragati, her husband Dr. Anil Sharma and their son Manu Sharma are here with us, and we all know how Dr. Gautam, whom we call Sid, how he liked Bombay a lot, and he related with all of you very, very closely. He was in fact in high spirits whenever he came to Mumbai. So we are here together, and I myself joked in one of the Bombay meetings that Sid and Chid are together with their friends, meaning all of you, trying to cook up something, let's see where it goes, I used to say. So that is this Upanishad project. And so I will try to give a quick and brief picture of how it all emerged. In September 2012, I was in Varanasi as part of Krishnamurti Foundation. Suddenly on my landline I get a call and the voice on the other side said, "My name is Sid Gautam. I live in North Carolina." Though I had been to US, I had never gone to that part of US. I was more in California and other places. So North Carolina did not mean much to me at that time. And he showed a lot of interest. All he said was, "I saw one of your videos and I think there is something we can do together." I said, "Yes, yes, let us discuss, let us try. Can we come and meet you in Varanasi?" I said, "Sure, welcome." I never thought he would really come. In 3 months he was there. He and his wife Indiraji came and spent 2 full days in Varanasi, and we had whole day discussions on the lawns of Krishnamurti Foundation's beautiful campus by the bank of Ganga river. I had no idea, as the bullet says, of the close association that would begin from that day. So middle of September, rather middle of 2012 it began, and then he came in December. Both Siddharthji and Indiraji, they came. We had a lot of discussions. At that time he was saying, "My project is Upma." Upma, because somebody in Chennai told him, "Call it Upma." Initially it was okay, but later we said, we don't want people to think of the breakfast item. So, but Upma meant Upanishads for masses. Then we changed it to Upanishad.info, and nowadays people want more brevity. So today, a little later, we'll show you, we have renamed it as aupa.in. Aupa on one hand looks very short, but on the other, it is actually a traditional word. At a number of places in the Vedas, something related to Upanishads is called Aupanishad. Aupanishad. For example, in Mundaka Upanishad, you have a mantra, Dhanur Grahitva Aupanishadam Mahastram. Hold the bow, which is famous in the Upanishads. The word used is Upanishad. So we took the part Aupa. So we had long discussions. The action plan started emerging. The vision was getting clearer. So twofold program was visualized. Many of you have been part of this work that slowly progressed. On one hand, digitize everything, make a wonderful website, make a whole lot of knowledge of the Upanishads available to the young and the old. The website was one, and on the other, Sid and I planned a number of events. You ask what events? As the bullets go, we called them Upanishad conclaves. Taking Upanishadic themes, we gathered people in different cities of India, and later on during my trip abroad in US also we had programs. I must hasten to add, it was he who took me, he and Indiraji took me to Trinidad and Tobago. There also we had some lectures. In fact, he was so enthusiastic, you have seen him. He used to say, "Next year let's have one in Geneva." I used to never fancy Europe. I have some relation with US, but Europe was something not in my consciousness. But he injected into me ideas of, let's have it in Paris and so on. He used to think big. But Upanishad conclaves. Then for corporate executives, we planned workshops. We held a few in a simple manner, but as the fourth bullet shows, we recently have evolved that idea into Dhimahi. Dhimahi, as you know, in Gayatri Mantra you have Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi, but here it means, it's an acronym, deriving holistic insights into management from heritage of India, Dhimahi. So we are working on that. Workshops for corporate executives, focus group meetings. In fact, last year many of you took part in the focus group meetings which were held in different parts of Bombay and even as far as Thane. So, select members, well-placed people who could contribute were drawn and we discussed ideas. And it is more than a year since we have been bringing out a monthly e-newsletter called OPA. It's an e-newsletter And if anybody here by mistake is not getting it, please let us know. We will see that you get old issues as well as the latest one. Of course, it's downloadable on our website too. Therefore, these activities or events and a website became the twofold plan by and large. Now, message reached a number of cities. Some cities we went repeatedly, like Bombay. Every trip, Bombay was part of the plan. But otherwise, in Pune, in Rishikesh, in Chennai, Bengaluru, Thiruvananthapuram, Varanasi. I forgot one more, Hyderabad. We had some events in Hyderabad also. Everywhere, his enthusiasm and passion indeed touched the hearts of a lot of people. Everybody said, gave ideas, said, take us in, we will do what can be done, and so on. And many places, as I just mentioned, well-placed, eminent people who have much influence. That is the idea. We are not after any glitter and glamour, but in Shankaracharya's introduction to Gita, he makes a statement. Krishna taught Gita to Arjuna because Arjuna was a well-placed, eminent person. If an eminent person, well-placed person, a leader in a society is changed, it is like changing large numbers of people. This Adi Shankara says in his commentary. Therefore, Arjuna was chosen by. Likewise, Sid Gautam's idea also was not after just wealth or glamour, but people who can make a difference. So here, as an example, I am saying in one of the events in Chennai, we had Ramesh Krishnan, who went up to, I think, semi-finals in Wimbledon. He was a Davis Cup player in olden days. Nowadays, he is a coach, an eminent, well-known coach. He was not only attending, he shared a lot of moral debates that he saw during tennis tournaments around the world. And rather than giving a lecture, he narrated a short, let's say, moral conflict that they came across, maybe in a Wimbledon tournament, in Davis Cup tournament, in England, in America, where the egos of players clashed. Very interesting it was. And then he would ask the audience, what would you have done if this problem arose? Like, to give a quick example, he talked of some two world-class players, and one of them suddenly that morning when the tournament was the match has to take place, says, I am not well. And the other player has a choice, I don't care, if you are not well, you are out. But apparently the other player was so kind. He said, all right, if you are not well, I don't mind playing a day later. And next day when they played, this generous fellow lost. So Ramesh Krishnan said to us, see, if he had held his ground and saying, I don't care if the other plays unwell, he would have won the match. But being kind and generous, he lost the match next day. Would you also have been kind? Would you have been generous? Etc. Ramesh Krishnan, like that many examples see here. One or two slides more. It's not an elaborate one. So wherever we went, in India, in USA, in Trinidad and Tobago, the so-called West Indies, it was his passion that was fueling the program. As we say in our country, tan man dhan. He contributed physically with his time and energy, emotionally with his ideas, with his emotions, even financially. He supported this, and of course he showered so much love on me. I could not believe, what is this? Were we related? Were we brothers? In fact, often I thought of him as maybe my previous life's elder brother or something, But he also, as all of you would vouch for it, also touched the hearts of a lot of people everywhere. And then the unexpected happened. It is, of course, with much sorrow in our heart, we place on record that suddenly he is not with us. But then we need to carry on, and that's how his family also is very much eager that this work go on. Indiraji couldn't come this time, but another time she is coming. We very much want to get together with her in her presence, and that is how, this is the last slide. We will carry on. Flame that he lit will continue to burn brightly. For that, of course, we have to Earlier he was giving us, come on, let's. Now we ourselves have to plan out and work out the plans. And lastly, during a couple of visits of mine to US, I had the pleasure and privilege to be with Manu, his parents and the family there in New Jersey. It's so glad you are here. You have a very tight schedule. It's just a short 8 days trip to India. In that they have just a few hours back they landed. And after a little while I think you would feel sleepy too. I don't know how the jet lag works. But we highly appreciate your coming and giving us an opportunity, because in you we see Sid, and it means a lot to us. Thank you. I just gave some glimpses of this project in an overall way. Over to Sudhir.
On this project, I was given the task to take this project forward, in the sense make everything available online. And the biggest challenge that we had was to attract newcomers in his age, or 20-year-old father. So I'm making sure, with the help of everybody, that we connect to them. So I'm going to run through a few things here, and let's go to Google first, and then we want to Pragati to come over here and type www.apa.in, and that will be the official launch of the .apa, A-U-P-A, .in. I-N, yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, welcome to this website, aupa.in. I am sometimes like that. A website meant for your inner enrichment. This is where, drawing from Upanishads on one hand and from wisdom traditions of the world from all corners, we wish to present before you such material that makes you emotionally more mature, intellectually more alert, and gives you such tools whereby you may handle varieties of situations in a much better way.
I'm going to run through a few menus and all that to show exactly what we have done. This is where we have mentioned the history of how this project came about.
I met Sid Gautam ji was because of Swami only. Because Swami had this one day workshop at Sudhir ji, I remember just outside here only. A couple of things which have stayed in my memory is the lunch that we had at your place. We had just finished our Swamiji's talk, and Swamiji, Ramesh ji, Sangeeta ji, Sudhir ji, Dolly ji, all of us went to his house, and he had to rush to an airport. And I think he was going to Delhi from there. He was going to Delhi, and then he had packed all the luggages, and the passion that he had, talking we should do this, we should do this, we should do that, and we're all making notes. And of course, the work still continues. But the good part is that the participation level and the enthusiasm level for what he's doing was always on a high. And as you say, enthusiasm is contagious. I like to wind up by recollecting what Sidji made a presentation in one of the talks that we had. So he started his slide with a very deep statement of Stephen Covey. Chidananda is also a great fan of Stephen Covey. He says, we are not human beings on a spiritual journey. We are spiritual beings on a human journey. I think his journey continues in whichever world. But I think the journey continues in this world also. I think we are all gathered here together on a Diwali day. And what's very important is that the message is eternal and the person is also eternal. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So we started with this project in the first seminar we had in Pune in 2013 May. After that, this project took up lead with all the group here, and we had launched Upanishad.info. That was the first, the face of this. Today, after a lot of technological and intellectual inputs, we have brought this Alpa.in, and really I feel that his dream is coming true by the word click, and I really feel that with the hidden talent of Indiraji, with the support of Pragatiji, we feel that this nurturing the dream of Sidji will be continued. And when Indiraji comes, will definitely will take whatever she can contribute with your help. Thank you, thank you.
Actually, I did not remember that I met Dr. Sid Gautam. But now he reminded me that he came to our house for lunch. So it so happened that last year
Twice weekly.
twice. See, it is good that I came today and I could recollect such a nice mission that we started. So it is a time that we develop our spiritual ideas and put into profession or business. And I am sure things will do well. Otherwise, in India, this has to happen in India, because in India, our mind works in a very different manner. Unlike US, other cities where they think straight, Indians think in 10 directions, and they see which direction suits them. So this will give at least direction, and I am very happy that we'll be in this. By this way, we'll be associated with Swamiji, and I wish that we should carry it forward. And whatever some group is made, definitely I would like to be part of it and try to contribute as much as possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Swamiji, for coming just for this occasion. Sudhir and Dolly for organizing this wonderful, and it's so glad to meet all the friends. Now we can connect to you. I've just heard about it through my father-in-law. It's very inspiring to see the project and the hard work you guys have put in, and we definitely want to continue with this project. Pragati and her mother will get involved, and financially we'll be supporting the project as it goes along. Thank you.
Namaste, and thank you all for coming out. I know it's right before Diwali, and so we appreciate seeing you all. And now we finally get to see a lot of people who I've just heard from my parents. I've heard stories about spending time with you and the places they've gone and the functions that they've attended and how much they love you all. And I'm personally very touched by how much how much you guys were touched by him. And as everyone has said, and this is something universally I've found since he passed away in April, that everyone would say, he touched our lives. He genuinely did what he loved doing. So, and this was a pet project of his that he was very passionate about, and that we feel very strongly that we want to continue this. And I don't know. You were very right in saying that even just listening to him speak here, it's his laughter, his enthusiasm. It was very infectious, and he was always, as Dollyji was saying, always very positive, and that's something he always did. He always saw the glass half full, never half empty. And even if I was ever depressed or I had a problem or anything, he would say, there's a lesson here for you. So you have to find that things just don't happen, and you can't be saying that this is wrong or what happened. So there's a lesson, and I think the lesson that I would like to take away is that he really was wanted to make an impact and have the young people value our culture, because I think he felt that it's being diluted, and that he felt that digitally would probably be the easiest way to reach that. And so I thank you again, and I look forward to seeing you on our next trips, and hopefully interacting with you, and hopefully we'll get to attend one of your retreats as well, and Swamiji and Vivaji on your next trip, and anyone else. Well, we live in New Jersey, so if you're coming, please let us know. We would love to see you there. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you for organizing this. It was nice seeing a video of my grandfather. I haven't heard his voice in, I don't know, quite a while. but I definitely want to echo everyone's comments about his infectious laughter, his super expressive hands. I found myself chuckling quite a few times. But anyway, I think this project definitely exemplifies several of his passions. His passion for, I guess, Vedanta and the Upanishads. It goes much beyond just like reading it. He wants to disseminate that knowledge to others. He was a professor, he loved teaching, and he taught entrepreneurship. So he came up with a website that presents, very old information in a new way to new audiences. And I remember seeing the Upanishad.info website a long time ago. This is much better. It's come a very long way from there. I just want to thank you all for working so hard in this project, and wish everyone best of luck and continuing this project and getting more viewership. Thank you, everyone.
Dolly and Sudhirji, Dr. Sid's family, and all present over here. I would like to thank everybody present here on behalf of Swamiji to come here on this Dhanteras day and starting of Diwali, and giving their valuable time for this particular project. This is a very dear project of Swamiji. We have all been following it up with him. I was also present when we had met at Rameshji's house. We had we were all there together with Dr. Sid over there, and we've seen all his enthusiasm and his motivating all of us that time to go ahead and push this project so that the younger generation coming in who's getting into the wrong things via the net would switch over to spirituality and come in to a different section altogether. He had different vision for the youth, incoming youth, specifically all over the globe, not only in India, all over the globe. And he requested, we were also planning about some other project close to Bombay, wherein Rameshji had offered his land, and that was another big thing coming in. We will be talking to Swamiji afterwards. I would thank everybody present here on behalf of Swamiji and request all of you to join in for lunch. I would also request everybody to collect 2017 diaries of Raman Maharishi, which is lying at the back before they leave the hall on behalf of Swamiji. Thank you very much.
आपको एक्स्ट्रा चाहिए
They were covering the big spaces, the shield for big spaces of emptiness.